Man, Daedalus is rough today. One final try for today. Random, Covenant 25. Let's go. Vent Perils Battering Ram. So our champion is from Hellhorned and our subclan is Umbra. We face Sep Seraph. Light's Gift, improved Firebox. Yeah, let's go with Light's Gift. I like Light's Gift with Hornbreaker Prince because that means I have time to scale defense. I don't need to have my defense ready right away because normal enemies won't be able to hit me on the top floor. And for that reason I'm gonna go with a very aggressive champion. We can also take the additional damage for non-boss enemies because the damage from non-boss enemies don't matter all that much. Do I want a train steward or I want a train steward eventually, just not yet. We do need some scaling on the Hornbreaker Prince first. Now it's a good time for a train steward. These vents are very nice. We do get the dazed here. So we do have an easy kill on this boss. Furnace step again? Maybe. Hidden passage went important work. I could see us going imps, but we don't have any yet. I could also see us overstacking the top floor. Let's take a hidden passage. It's definitely good if we set up on the top floor, no matter what. Umbra Assault, Mine Collapse, Making of a Morsel. Making of a Morsel is actually pretty decent on the Hornbreaker Prince. Umbra Assault with 2 vents and the torches. It's not as necessary. Let's take the Making. Consumer of Crowns. We can't do that. Horned Warrior and Crucible Warden. Maybe I just want more damage. Some kind of tank would be nice, but Crucible Warden... We could feed Crucible Warden... on the top floor? No. If anything, it's gonna be Horned Warrior here. But I think it's none of these. Spell upgrades, definitely. Morsel Maker. Takes up too much space. I do at least need the space to play my Morsel Miner on the top floor. So we skip again. Nothing we can remove Consume from. Upgrading the Vent is very important. Cost reducing the Making of a Mortal is also important. Let's reroll. It's actually a good argument. One wouldn't lose his damage shield on the top floor, but we could only grow it very slowly. Battering Ram, I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna use this card, so I don't want to cost reduce it. I will probably use the Hidden Passage. Sure. And we'll also put Consume on one of these torches. Yeah, feeding the champ is my current plan. Mark of Invasion. Top floor will be dazed, but if we don't draw a vent, we will take a decent chunk of damage to these guys. 9 damage. I am assuming I can deal with the second wave at least. I can even deal with the first wave. So that's nice. Another vent. First let's remove these foot soldiers and then let's vent here. We are still lacking damage. I could get some damage with the perils of production. See what we get from the... Yeah, I should have played that on another floor. Magma Morsel is definitely helpful. Ember Drain 2 next turn. Means we can only play a single card. That would mean we deal 30 to this guy, which is still not enough to kill him. The healer doesn't heal, he stays. I could have sent the Overcharged Apprentice as well, but it doesn't make a difference whether he takes the 20 damage from the pyre or from my champ. Oh, you mean I sent this healer? I guess that's worth it. Distortion. If it was 3 damage, it would be worth it. Lifesteal? Okay. Not gonna be that useful, but still nice to have. Is there another Train Steward in the deck? There is. We'll probably play the other one on the top floor next turn. Maybe not. We'll do the vent here. I'm a bit worried about the spikes. Train Steward will do 20 damage to this guy before he dies to spikes. If he survives that long. A decent buff on our champion will actually be better. Damage shield is nice. And I guess we vent here and feed them rubble morsel. We can still draw a Train Steward or something like that. Making of a morsel, that might actually be a lot better. Let's also get some rage. And then we torch and went for the victory. Was quite close. But the win is a win. Homebreak went molding him. We do have a lot of backline damage already. So I will skip. Immortal Trade and Umbra Assault Mine Collapse. Immortal Trade is not good on the Hornbreaker Prince. First, he has armor and he has multi-strike, so he will use the Ember Drains. He will lose the lifesteal quite quickly. And Umbra Assault could be worth it though. We do have a lot of backline damage already, yes. But we need the morsel generation. We need better morsels. We need to feed the Hornbreaker Prince actual stat morsels. Let's try for a unit again. Umbra unit. There are a few I would like. Alloy Construct is actually decent. Freestone? Nah, not really. Cost reducing the Umbra Assault. I would rather hold over and damage increase it. Antumbra Assault over making of a morsel though. Holdover and Antumbra Assault doesn't matter. We do have so much backline damage that the cost reducing it is fine. Maybe I hold over the making of a morsel, so I can guarantee a morsel minor every turn. Holdover Perils of Production would also have been interesting. Copy a card 5 times. On the Entumbra Assault. 0 cost Entumbra Assault. That's too many Entumbra Assaults. 1 cost making of a morsel. With holdover? I don't need 5 copies with holdover. It's not copy 5, it's copy once. And it's the making of the morsel. Making of a morsel. 2 copies with holdover is actually a decent amount. And will allow us to grow our champion in decently fast, I would say. The bomb is dazed. But if we play a unit on the top floor, the unit will also be dazed. So the bomb won't die. Or we can ascend the bomb and let the pyre kill it. Because the bomb is dazed. Let's see what we get here. Rubble morsel goes to the construct. The construct is mostly for giving us some time to get our champion to work. We need to remove that, that's a bit too much damage. Morsel Eater here, Rubble Morsel on this floor. This is definitely a Wend. Could also have been a double torch here and went the bottom. That would be slightly better. Let's remove this guy. Double making. Morsel miner here. Health morsel on this floor. And we can perils for 4 extra damage here. Now our champion is gonna grow by +10/+10 a turn. Thanks to these double holdover making of a morsel. So we should have enough scaling. Let's torch this guy and wend this floor. Keep our construct alive a bit longer. Could feed the construct again, so it has enough health to deal some damage to Penumbra. That's not to Daedalus. That's not important. Our champion is gonna do the job. With this amount of death roll each turn, we do have the win easily. Yeah, revenge on Daedalus. Spike, Impolate, 1 Hornstorm. Spike is decent. 1 Hornstorm is very good if we manage to actually cast it, but we already have a decent amount of multi-strike on our champion. So the rage is probably gonna be more impactful. Talking of rage, I do see the range brute here. That would be quite nice. That means we need some more capacity if we want to keep feeding the Hornbreaker Prince and have the Deranged Brute on the same floor. I'm not even sure we want to have the Deranged Brute on the same floor just yet. Depends a bit on where we are going from here. I still think the capacity is good now. Yeah, let's get the freebies. Free relic, collection of tails. That makes kind of sense now. Nope. And card removals. The alloyed construct will still be decent for a while. The torches as well, but we don't need that many of them. Let's remove 2 of them, because we have the vents, we have the Umbra assault, and we want more multi-strike, because that's mostly how we scale here. 5 times perils. I mean, wouldn't be terrible. This is actually a bit questionable, taking this trial. But I think we can do it. If we set them on the top floor, we should be able to scale fast enough. I will skip out on the alloyed construct for now. Try to get the damage shields off these guys, so we can actually kill the first wave of these. But it looks like we can't, because we didn't draw into another vent or something like that. Yeah, this challenge was probably a mistake with as many damage spells in the deck as we have right now. I guess we want a big spike to deal some damage to these. We need to scale our champion as quick as we can. I'm happy about that rubble morsel for once, because it means we can herald of production for the damage buff. A bit more easily, at least. Let's send this guy, so we can actually kill the next one in line. Do I play another Perils? No, I can't do that. But I can play a Perils here. Well, this torch doesn't matter. Let's hope we grow quick enough. Quickly enough. Maybe... Yeah, we do. This was very dangerous. Rage Serum, Branding, right, important work. The Rage Serum is quite strong with the collection of tails. This is a bit hard to justify. Grovel isn't bad, but it's expensive. We don't have a lot of Amber right now. This alloy construct is becoming worse and worse. I would love to get some card removals and pyre health, but I think even more important are the unit upgrades on the Deranged Brute. Now that we actually have some rage as well as an artifact. It's close though. And card removals could very well be what we need right now. And on top of that, there are no card removals here. Yeah, let's go to the left. Higher health is also quite valuable. This construct, I don't know about this construct. Doesn't fit into our plan anymore. And this battering ram seems to be actually the worst card in the deck right now. Consume removal. Is that actually a good thing? I'm not so sure. Let's get magic power on the other one. That's gonna be important. I will do it. Rage Serum, and then cost reduction, reroll, holdover. On the Umbra Assault, on event, either could be good. Maybe even on a Perils of Production. Yeah, Perils of Production is actually the right choice here. That means I do want the... It will limit the amount of energy we will have available a few turns in. Let's take a Shade Splitter, cost reduction, because I still want to play these from time to time. The Sweepers. Heaven Seal, we will be killing on the top floor. This means we have to get ready for the first wave immediately. Because if we don't, we will die. But I think we can get ready quickly enough, especially with the rage synergies now. Let's move you up a floor so you don't buff anyone. This is not the morsel I was looking for. That's much better. I am hoping for some rage gain next turn. I don't want to feed these overcharged tanks, but maybe feeding this one is okay. If we can kill this one, we lose either way. Well, 8 damage times 4 is 32. Okay, we don't lose right away. But still, I think I have to keep the Train Stewards in the deck for now, at least. Let's start removing these guys. That spike would get us the kill. Can I use the making of the morsel first though? That's gonna be 4 rage. 4 rage is plus 16 damage. So we will deal an extra 16 3 times, which is an extra 48, which is 112 damage, which is enough for the kill. I don't even want the morsel miner over the rage necessarily, because the rage is more damage, but I want to hold over on the making of a morsel for the future turns. Now I think we can sacrifice Train Steward because we do have the damage we need to kill these guys. We will have a Perils of Production next turn guaranteed, so we will get additional Ember. And the Rage is actually important, so we can kill the front guy in one hit. Let's use these torches on this floor. Weaken this guy a bit. Making of a morsel, Perils of Production, making of a morsel. And Let's hit the boss. We don't need it after all on the top floor. So these holdover cards are basically enough to grow our champion by that's 8 attack and another 10 attack and health. So plus 18. These don't matter. Plus 18, plus 10 every turn. We don't use Scorch. We do feed morsels, but we don't use Scorch. Not a Rage Serum. That's another plus 12 attack for 0. Excavation Eruption is a bit too expensive, but I wouldn't even like it that much. We don't have the gold to buy a relic. Even with the Forgotten Boons, it won't be enough. The left side offers a dupe. We could dupe the holdover Perils of Production and just play these 4 cards every single turn. We could also dupe the non-consuming Rage Serum because it's a lot of damage for 0. The Spike of the Hellhorned. There's a lot of good dupe options. Let's go to the left and let's look at Concealed Caverns first. Maybe that will help us decide. Penance Yard. Okay. You know what? This is actually quite a bit of damage. And we have so much holdover that we will mostly be drawing the same cards at every turn anyways. Especially now. I just hope we have enough growth to actually win. But I think we should have. The early stages of the fight are always the most scary ones with this deck. Our defense is so dependent on Light's Gift. Not losing armor before the boss. Yeah, that's a thing, but we will gain a lot of health thanks to these morsel miners. Separating these is not actually important. Separating these might be. No target for the torch, so let's just use it against Fel. And we can sacrifice the Strange Fjord here. Making of a morsel. Do we have something to slay? We do. Lifesteal? No, I want the extra attack. The lifesteal will wear off long before there is anything we can gain from it. I think this is the first time where I'm actually using Perils of Production mostly for the rage. We also have the Spike of the Hellhorned for some additional armor after all. And our damage is gonna go very high. Furnace Tap? Yeah, I would easily include that in the deck. No hesitation. That's a lot of armor on this, guys. I'm glad we got to a decent attack power already. I'm still in the first cycle of my deck. I was wondering where the other holdover Making of a Mortal was, but I just haven't drawn into it yet because I'm drawing through the deck so slowly with all these holdover cards and no extra draw. These damage numbers are pretty impressive. The Slay bonus, that's an interesting question. None of these. We definitely want to counter now. He does slay everything, that's true. That's a lot of extra attack. But his attack already grows so fast, so more multi-strike is better against white floors. Like, let's think about it. If we grow it to about 200 in the course of a battle, then we deal about 1000 damage a turn with the final multi-strike upgrade. If we slay about 15 to 20 units, 20, most fights don't have, well, Seraph will have 20 units. Seraph has a bit more than 20 units, I think. If we slay 20 units in the Seraph fight, then that would be... how much is the slay again? I think it's 10 damage per attack. Then we would get to 200 extra attack over the course of a battle, so we would hit for a bit for about 1200. So it... No! I didn't want to click there! Well, I guess it's fine. Especially if I get these upgrades. Yeah, now that we actually have a backland that can dish out some damage on his own, that seems like a much more reasonable prospect. But we do not get the damage slay, and the revenge gain rage is useless, and the slay gain armor is just not quite as good. But yeah, I would have taken the slay gain attack. We do have a lot of health, so let's throw some into this cave. +3 magic power. Okay, that actually means our torches will stay relevant. To some degree. Aggressive amulet. We can easily take this. We should be able to kill everyone and we won't get attacked. Space reduction here. It's a bit annoying. It means we will only have room for one holdover Making of a Morsel. Let's sacrifice this Train Steward. No need to hidden passage anything. Although we could. Just doesn't do a lot. Yeah. Light's Gift is a very powerful and fun relic because it allows a very different playstyle. Usually a deck like that wouldn't work because the waves would whittle you down. As I said, I don't want to play the other making, because we don't have room for it. I could also give some rage to the backline, but it's just much more effective on the front line. And after all, with the multi-strike times 5, I don't need to worry about not being able to kill backliners. I will always have some hits available against those. I am actually gonna look for a better morsel, because damage shield would actually be better. Not that we need it, because we can kill this boss in one turn of combat. I mean, if we have so much damage that even bosses are gonna be dazed for long enough to kill them before they can strike back, then that's pretty good. Taking the tiresome climb here just against the Seraph. Crucible extension wouldn't actually be terrible. Just in case the top floor gets capacity reduced again in the Seraph fight, because that does limit our scaling. I do want to go to the right here for the Merchant of Magic. Let's take a look. And Permafrost, perfect. That's what I wanted. Merchant of Trinkets, anything nice here? Not really. Hammer chest plates, not needed. We never take damage. Let's reroll here first. Scorching Restraint is pretty good. Gives us a bit of extra scaling. And we Permafrost the Tiresome Climb, which we will use exclusively against the boss. We don't need more damage on this one. We don't need more damage on anything. Cost reductions don't really matter because we do have a bunch of energy every turn. Just maybe on the Crucible extension. And then I will remove one of the torches. 3 Train Swords left in our deck. Let's make that 1 Train Sword left in our deck. Actually, Shade Splitters are worse. Should have removed 2 Shade Splitters instead. And maybe even a Shade Splitter instead of the torch. Okay. Now we should be fine, because I think the Seraph will never be able to hit us. Nothing will ever be able to attack any of our units, because now we have the Ascend card. Let's separate these guys. Actually, that might have been a bit too early, but we're scaling so well. We also got the starting rage as well, so I'm not worried. Oh, capacity reduced floor, huh? I am looking for the Crucible extension. Definitely am looking for that. I don't want to drop the making of a morsel here, it would take forever to draw back into it. But we will get a lot of sap on our units. So that might be a bit of an issue. But we still have enough power to kill everything here. Even though the deranged brute probably has to help out this time. Here is our tiresome climb. You have space for one more morsel, and it should be a damage one, of course. It's all about the damage in our deck. Let's see if we can get enough scaling so the Seraph never gets to attack us. And ascend. He is dazed 3, but he will get one attack off, I think. Yep, one attack. The Zap did hurt our damage output enough, so the Seraph actually managed to attack once. Yeah, pretty simple deck to play, but powerful combination of relics and cards. I love the Light's Gift with Hellhorned especially, because their champion is so aggressive and can scale so well with so many things. Can scale with morsels, can scale with rage. There's a lot of different ways to scale rage in both Hellhorned and Umbra. Yeah, and the Range Brute even amplified the rage a lot. Collection of tails made the rage not decay, so we could stack it easier. Scorching Restraint, we had some amount of rage at the start. Penitent Remains, we had some amount of extra attack at the start. These relics really carried our run quite a bit, but MVP was definitely Light's Gift. And when I saw Light's Gift in the first chest, I was pretty sure we were gonna make a deck like just like that, because Light's Gift, I don't like it in daily challenges because you need to set up on the top floor to make it work. But if score is not the thing you're aiming for, then Light's Gift is just great. Unless you're playing something like Awoken, where you actually want the enemies to hit your units, or you need to heal your units, or even Remnant, where you want your units to die sometimes, then Light's Gift is, of course, a bit weaker.